y'all, we are back with Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 8, Episode 3. Melody and Nell are playing what appears to be tennis. Melody has no time for small talk. She wants to know why Miss Fletcher didn't come to her podcast. Now, Miss Fletcher tried to lie and say it was because the tickets were sold out. Melody, clearly not buying it, told her that she could have called and asked if she had tickets left. Because if a person really wanted to support their friend knowing that the tickets were sold out, they would usually A, call the friend, ask to see if they have extra tickets. Maybe someone couldn't make it. She could have had tickets on the side. You never know. See if you can still attend without a ticket. Because if you really, really wanted to go, Melody would have made sure you were there to support her. All you had to do was reach out, but you didn't. Why? Because you didn't want to go. So Nell brings up the harassment, communication, the DV, and Martell's arrest. So Melody explains to her that when Martell initially sent her the revenge corn threat, she had no intentions of going to the popo. It wasn't until the side chick Coleslaw says she got her hands on the recording and that her sister had seen the video. So Martell sent the recording to his baby mama and blurred out his peen in an attempt to hide his identity. Him and Coleslaw concocted a plan to release an intimate video of Martell and his then wife Melody to prove that Melody was with another man and had an affair during the marriage. So Melody handled business like a woman and went down to the popo and filed a warrant for Martell's arrest. So Nell discusses Lexi Fletcher, that is Chris's daughter. She did an interview with the blogger where she told the blogger that Nell was a side chick. Nell said that Chris was married when they started dating, but she did not know that he was married. And then she went on to say that Chris and his wife then were separated and going through a divorce. Now, I believe Chris may have told Miss Fletcher that they were going through a divorce, but even though that man was married but separated, by definition, Miss Fletcher, you were a side chick. And even when you found out he was married, you continued to date him, hence why y'all married to this day. But what's interesting is that Chris Fletcher was cheating on his wife with Nell, and then Nell married him. And then Chris Fletcher ended up cheating on Nell. Now, if he's cheating with you, honey, he will cheat on you. Again, Miss Nell, by definition, you were a side chick. The term side chick is not subjective. It is what it is. So Stormy meets up with another friend. She's gorgeous. Her name is Latisha. But I can already sense some messiness and some drama and some childishness with her. And how is Stormy always friends with women who's had romantic dealings with Martell? First we had Coleslaw, now we have this chick. Now Latricia is a personal trainer and she saw Destiny and Tisha at the gym. Tisha wanted Latricia to text her because she's interested in, her being her personal trainer. So Latricia decided not to text her because she was unsure of the relationship that she and Stormy has. Girl, you are a grown woman. She didn't ask you to be her best friend, honey. She wants a personal trainer. If you're not able to establish a business relationship with her, then Houston, we have a problem. So Stormy tells her that Latisha's wife, Marsu, is the one that caused friction between them two. And she's right, because Marsu could not stay out of the lady's business. So Destiny, whatever this is you and Tisha have going on, enjoy it while it lasts, because trust me, Marsu will definitely interfere. Well, maybe not, because Marsu doesn't like Tisha around strong women. And according to Moses, Destiny is unstable. So she's not really a threat to Marsu like Melody was. He doesn't want her around strong women that will encourage her to do better and be better. Hence why he never wanted Tisha too close to Melody. And when did Destiny and Tisha come so close? When did y'all get close? It's like everyone who's had beef with Melody, they're starting to befriend each other. Stay woke. So Latricia is talking to her boyfriend, Ken. He has a nice body. My God, that man is fine. They both are gymaholics. The scene was kind of awkward. You can clearly see they are not used to being in front of the camera. Honestly, we didn't need another cast. We didn't need anyone added to the cast. So she tells him that she met with Stormy and asked her input about training Tisha because she was concerned about drama. Girl, bye. You seem a little messy and you seem like you all about drama, but we'll see. So her boyfriend tells her that he's not judging nobody and that she shouldn't engage with this person talking about that person, which is exactly what she did with Stormy. Stormy did not fall for the bait because Latricia was hoping that Stormy was going to drop some tea about Latisha, but that didn't happen. So instead of Stormy down talking Tisha, she told Latricia to get to know Tisha for herself. Now, Ken says he does like Marceau and that Marceau is funny. We'll see how long that lasts. We'll see how long he likes Marceau. So far, I like Latricia. I like Ken. She seems a little messy, but her man seems to be the voice of reason. And I'm looking forward to seeing more of them on the show. So Melody meets up with the Scotts duo, Tisha and Kimmi. Tisha asked Melody again about Martell's arrest, and she wanted some clarity on the charges. So Melody suggests Tisha ask her wife, Marceau, because it was him that put out a statement in support of Martell. With Tisha, are they getting closer now? With Tisha and Melody getting closer, I can already tell Marceau would interfere with that. He does not want that woman nowhere near Melody. In this scene with Kimmi and Tisha, for the first time, they understand why Melody filed the warrant. Tisha was being extra supportive in this scene, extra friendly. What's that about? And Tisha thinks there is no hope for Martell, like he's beyond reproach. And that's because his mama hasn't set his ass down and told him about himself. And the people around him enabled his behavior. So Melody asked Tisha about going back out in the work field because at one point, Tisha did express to Melody that she wanted to go back out in the workforce. Now, we already know that Marceau was not happy with her returning to work. So she makes up an excuse about being too busy and wants to make sure she's there for the kids. Girl, please. Marceau won't let you. That's what that's about. He was not supportive of you going back out in the workforce. Melody is a single mom. She's back out in the workforce. She's making things happen. And Tisha, like, what, girl? You have your husband to back you up. Melody's a single mother. If she can go back out there in the workforce, and if you really wanted to go back out in the workforce, you could. Don't blame busyness. The fact is, Marceau doesn't want you to. So Melody asked Tisha and Kimmi why they didn't show up to the podcast. Tisha said she didn't get a formal invite and didn't want to risk getting put out again because the last time she showed up to an event, she was escorted out by security at the request of Melody. And I get what Tisha is saying, but honey, how the hell can you get put out of a public event? And I honestly didn't expect Tisha to show up anyway because I didn't know that her and Mel were on good terms. But Kimmi is one that I figured would have showed up to support. But Kimmi made it clear. She said she didn't show up because the Melomaniacs. And she said they've been mean to her. Now, you have the Melometers and then you have the Melomaniacs. The Melometers are the ones with Mel's, just her calm, sweet spirit, supportive of her, but not demonic. Okay. Then you have the Melomaniacs, honey. They are reckless and over the top. But the supporters at the Carlos podcast, those were the Melometers. Those are not the Melomaniacs. So you had nothing to worry about. Trust and believe the Melometers would check your ass. But they're not like the maniacs who would show up and throw acid in your face or something like that. Those millimeters are a force to be reckoned with. When it comes to Melody, they mean business, okay? And they're no different than the Barbs, the Beehive, the Barty Gang. They do not play when it comes to Melody Shari. So Kimmi was told by Mrs. Steal Your Man Sonny that their energy at Mel's podcast was negative. And Mel explains to her that the crowd wasn't feeling Sonny because of how she swiped Moses, being the producer. And then, this lady considered you her friend and you went behind her back and started sleeping with someone she's known for 15 years, someone she loved, someone she thought that loved her back. But anyway, I think that there was the code of conduct was broken with Sonny and Moses. And I know that Sonny is getting the brunt of the backlash, but honey, it also needs to be directed towards Moses. Okay. He was the pursuer of Sonny. So yes, he definitely deserves some of that some of that backlash that Sonny's been getting. And I still stand by the fact that Sonny was wrong. She considered you her friend. And Moses, you were wrong too. You should have told her from jump when you guys started dating. So that is the end of this review, recap, whatever you want to call it. Make sure you guys like the video, leave your thoughts in the comments, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.